Hello everyone. So I know many of you have heard about the article written by the Daily Beast about Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty intimidating Kenneth Petty's victim from a sexual assault case back in 1994, and since then he's had to register as a sex offender, but there's been issues with that as well. So, many, YouTubers and social media bloggers have been talking about the issue, and, I don't want to regurgitate too much information and talk about the same thing. I just want to highlight 3 things from this situation that I see. What's happening with the victim is very unfortunate. This woman has had to move 3 times. She's had to do certain things to protect her children. Her family has turned their back on her in a sense. She's being offered $20,000 to recant her story, so forth and so on. I mean, this woman is basically living in fear. And this is what victims go through when their aggressors do not want to be caught or get in trouble or take accountability for what they've done. And so here you have Nicki Minaj, this prominent rapper with all of these accolades, who has stooped so low as to intimidate a sexual assault victim on behalf of her sex offender husband. This is the point that she's at once again, because if you remember, she stood by her brother's side until it was time for him to go to the slammer for what he did. Now, before I get into my 3 points, I want to play a video that Nicki Minaj did about a year and some change ago, defending her then boyfriend, now husband, Kenneth Petty. People were coming at her saying she was lowering her standards, and, Nicki Minaj tried to get the people together, I guess.
Let me just address something. Because I've been meaning to address this and I keep forgetting. And now that I've addressed it, I never want to address it again. But this is very important. When people say things like about who I'm with, about, oh my God, you lowered your standards and you should have been this and this and that. It's so sad to me that you hoes are so readily and available to sell your pussies to the highest fucking bidder, that when people find real love, and when a person is with a nigga that loved or liked them before they had a dime in their fucking pocket, how do y'all not understand that? How do y'all not understand happiness versus clout? Y'all be wanting bitches to be with niggas just to post some fake ass relationship goals on IG so y'all could fake believe in some fake shit that they fake don't even stand for. Fake ass cheating and beating in abusive relationships. That's what y'all want? That's what y'all bitches want? I'd rather be with a nigga that I really know is about that motherfucking life and ain't about to play with none of you fucking niggas or bitches. And that loved me before I had anything, before I had a dime to my name, before my name was Nicki. So how fucking dare you talk about lowering standards? Excuse me? These bitches is lowering their standards being with a nigga for a fucking check and talking about and acting like this nigga ain't fucking playing the shit out of them behind closed fucking doors. I want you hoes to wake up. Wake up, hoes.
Woo Chile. Okay, so the first point that I want to make here is that Nicki Minaj is doing everything to defend her sex offender husband on behalf of delusional love. And they say love is blind, but this is definitely a testament to it. Now, I remember when Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty went public with their relationship back in 2018. Then they got married in 2019, and then they had their baby in 2020. And here we are, 2021. Things are starting to unravel fast with what's going on. Now, when she first started, dating him or whatever, or they went public, I was like, well, she's dating someone that she knew from her childhood. And, she understands this person, knows this person, so forth and so on. Okay, and he's not even in her tax bracket. Do you, Nicki Minaj, whatever makes you happy. But then people started talking about Kenneth Petty's criminal record and the fact that he's a registered sex offender. And it was just like, wait, pump the brakes. Like, okay, Nicki Minaj, why are you into this? You know, so again, fast forward to now, she's defending this man because she loves him so much. I know everybody's been in love, but is this what we do for love? We defend men of this caliber. You know, when they first started dating, you know, I was like, well, is she getting with him because this is the only man that can handle her and deal with her? You know, look at the way she treated Safari. Like, it was so saddening. I'm just like, why are you treating this man like he your hype man? Everybody thought that was her hype man, a background dancer or whatever, but this man was actually her boyfriend. And I'm just like, geez, but here you have Kenneth Petty, who she got this man out on Front Street, but he got a real bad record. Like, it feels like Nicki Minaj is giving up her whole career on behalf of a man that, you know, was a childhood sweetheart. She trying to be loyal to the soil. Maybe this man is able to handle her and her personality, you know, all because he's a street dude. And, you know, when it comes to street dudes, you know, they're going to have some sort of record. But this record that this man has is absolutely unacceptable. So here you have Nicki Minaj screaming on this video like, y'all girls done said I lowered my standards, but you know, y'all on IG talking about relationship goals and you have all these issues, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's what she basically said, for a lack of better words. But I mean, Nicki Minaj, you're one of the biggest artists in the world, and you are defending and decided to marry a sex offender, and you love this man. And we really just cannot process this. We don't understand, why are you stooping this low? I don't get it. For my second point here, and I'm going to come out the gate swinging, and I hope nobody takes offense in this point that I'm about to make here. You know, just retrospectively thinking, like, why would you have a child with a man that does not have a stable record, and then fast forward to now he's susceptible to go to jail? I mean, children are gifts, and I'm glad that baby came out healthy. Congratulations to them. But at the same time, like, say if Kenneth Petty goes to jail. Okay, so then that child will be separated by his father during the most intense times of that baby's growth in his life. Why would you put yourself in that situation? But again, like I said before, Nicki Minaj is doing this on the behalf of love. Like, why would you put yourself in that position? Maybe it's me. You know, the last point that I want to make here is that there are fans that are defending Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty with this whole situation. You know, they're rolling with the fact that Nicki Minaj said that the victim was in a relationship with Kenneth Petty at the same time, and Nicki Minaj made up that story. And Nicki Minaj at the same time is also trying to get the victim to recant her story. And see, that's the victim's story. But see, for people to be rolling with what the controller, the manipulator, the aggressor is saying in this whole situation, it's just absolutely horrible. And then this is where the victim feels like their life is being destroyed, like they can't fend for themselves. People are believing Nicki Minaj and whatever she's saying about the situation. Now, I can understand Nicki Minaj fans defending her as the queen of rap, although I like Lil' Kim. They can defend Nicki Minaj as being one of the best artists in the world, that Nicki Minaj writes her own raps, so forth and so on. I get that. But to defend the situation with Nicki Minaj and believe everything that she's saying is absolutely sick. Do you not know what's going on? This man, her husband, sexually assaulted a woman. And the story that I heard from the victim sounds absolutely gruesome to me. Just in hearing it, it's disturbing. I'm sorry. It's like when it comes to fans, and I'm speaking about fans and stans or whatever in general, like, I would hope that these people go hard for their family or their friends the way they do people in most cases they don't know. Okay? I just don't even understand it. So just to close everything out, guys, you know, I really feel like Nicki Minaj is doing this on the behalf of love. It's delusional love. You know, she done found a man that can deal with her, and, you know, she's trying to protect him and all of his wrongdoings. And this is a bad legacy to leave for herself. You know, again, children are gifts, and I understand that, but at the same time, it's just like, what if he goes away to jail again and she's left to, raise that child by herself without the father being there? And then you have fans that are defending this whole situation and believing Nicki Minaj, and that's not fair. And now the victim is out here continuing to live in fear and fend for herself. But I'm going to play a snippet of the victim's story. You guys leave your thoughts below. You guys take care.
I just want them to leave me alone. I want his lawyers to stop calling me. I want people to stop harassing me. I have since heard that that because I chose not to take the money that they offered, that they are offering that money for my head. I have no true knowledge of how real this is, but I was offered to be put in witness protection, but that would mean that I would be away from all of my family and my children, and I chose not to do that. My only issue is the fact that after all this time, I still feel like I'm defending myself. I still feel like, people are calling me a liar. People are saying that I messed up this man's life, but it's my life who was messed up. It's my life who has been altered. It's my life. It was altered then when I was 16, having to leave the state of New York. It has been altered now, having to leave where I was living at to relocate. He's supposed to be going to court come the new year, and they're calling for me to testify. His lawyers are saying that they are trying to get his sex offender thrown out. And I instructed the lawyer, like, you're the one who went to school to be a lawyer. So if you're able to do that, knock yourself out. But do not use me. Do not call me. Do not try to subpoena me, because if you do, I'm going to tell the truth. At 16, I was being threatened and harassed to drop the charges. And now I'm being threatened and harassed to recant my story. And I would just like all the women out there who are saying that I'm lying or claiming that I'm white. I am not white. Claiming that we was in a relationship. We were never in a relationship, ever in a relationship. I just knew him from the neighborhood. That's it. And I just really, honestly, truly want this to be over.